Hey there and welcome back to Storytime. So it's this time of the week again, Storytime, yes, finally. So it's actually Saturday, but the Saturday before this video will be up. So yeah, I'm recording this pretty early this time. I don't know, I'm just in the mood of recording Storytime, so yeah, we'll do that. And I'm going to talk about the fact why I hate teamwork. So this basically started off probably when I was a child, but you know, the epicenter of why I hate teamwork just came out in my when I was at the university. So it was just horrible. I was in the fifth semester, I think it's called, and we had to build up teams for a little project. We had to program a software that would, I think it would register CD covers or something like that. I have no idea, but we just had to program a software. And I wanted to do that with my friends, but they actually were enough people to build their own team, so I was alone. So that was just stupid. It was horrible. So I had to search for a new team, and I found 4 other guys, so I could build a team with them. But actually 2 of them decided after the first time we had this course, or whatever you call it, the first time we had it, they decided to just stop going there. So yeah, it was just the 3 of us left. So me, another girl, and another thing. I have no idea. It sounds horrible, but that guy was somewhere in between being male and female, so I have absolutely no idea what he was. I think he was a male, but with a strong tendency to be female. It was just a horrible guy, and it was actually his 20th semester, I think. So this guy basically never passed an exam in his whole, university career. And he said he couldn't program in Java. We had to program in Java, and this was horrible. The whole software had to be in Java, and he couldn't write a single line of Java. So I knew I was fucked. And I asked the girl if she can do it, and she said she had to do this course for I think it was the 3rd time, and she can't program in Java either. So yeah, that was just me. And I wasn't the biggest or the best programmer there is, so I just knew that this was going to be horrible, and it was just horrible. I had to do the whole software alone. So what other teams divided into 5 people doing the work, I had to do alone, while they basically did nothing. So that just, it made me so angry back then. And the thing was, I didn't sleep for about a week. I didn't really, sleep for 7 days in a row, but I just didn't sleep very well. I just slept maybe 1 or 2 hours a night. It was just horrible because I had to finish that software so freaking fast. There was no way that I could take a break or something like that. I just had to finish the software alone, and I had to read so much in order to get everything straight. And there was only 1 week between every presentation. We had to present milestones. So the software should be able to do this, the software should look like that, and stuff like that. We had to present these milestones every week. And of course, every time I coded something, there were so many bugs to fix, and I had to test it out, and I had to stress test the software. I had to do all this jazz alone, and this just took so much freaking time. And of course, you have to figure out the ways and how to do this stuff. So this just took so much time. I basically programmed for 18 hours a day. The rest of the time I had to go to to another course or something like that. It was just horrible, and it was a very, very hard time for me. I barely got any sleep. I was so, down all the time, and I couldn't get my thoughts straight. It was, when this course was over, I was just done with the world. It was so hard. And I actually had other courses at that time with other exams, so it was just, oh my god, it was the worst time of my life. And yeah, when I finished this project, I was actually able to finish it. My software, wasn't perfect. It had lots of bugs, and I got the worst grade possible, 4.0, so a 4. This is the worst thing you can get. The next one would be a 5, and that means failure. So yeah, I got the worst grade possible, and the other 2 actually didn't pass this course. So yeah. But the thing was, I had to do that again because of some other reasons I can't explain here, because it was just take forever. So I had to take this course again, and guess what? All my friends actually passed the course, so I had to go there alone. And of course, I couldn't find a team because I knew no one there. I just didn't know any of the guys, and they were just like, okay, we don't know this guy, we don't want to make a team with him. And yeah, so I was fucked again. I had to do a project for 5 guys literally alone. So it was just, how do you do that? How do you code a software alone that is meant to be coded by 5 people? I think I had 4 weeks to code it, and the software had just so many features. But of course I was prepared from the first time, so I could actually use some of the code from my first time I did this course. But you know, working alone on a team project just isn't the thing to do. So that was the second time I was really failed by a team. And the third time was actually, I entered a contest with a couple, with my course. I had to enter that contest. It was from IBM. And we had to come up with the software and to, yeah, code the software, basically. So yeah, we were just hanging around, and I was again with total strangers, 4 total strangers. There was one guy, he was an alternative guy, you know, he was like a metalhead or something like that. I have no idea, he was just a weird guy, but yeah, he was weird, but he was okay. I actually liked talking to him. The other guy was, I don't know, he was just, I don't know how to explain that. But, you know, whenever his girlfriend called, he just was like, okay, honey, I'll be home. Oh my god, honey, please don't hurt me. You know, it was, no. I think that's the term pussy wiped, I think it's called. I have no idea, but yeah, so this was that guy. There was I called him just fat bastard. I actually, you know, it's horrible to use these kinds of nicknames for people, but yeah, this guy was a fat bastard. You know, there is this thing in Germany, you can, when there is a guy with a academic title, you know, a doctor title or a professor title, and let's just say he's Professor Dr. Smith, and you can actually just say Mr. Smith to him. There is no need to call him Dr. Smith or Professor Smith or Professor Dr. Smith. There is no need for that. You can just call him Mr. Smith. There are very few professors or doctors that actually want you to call them like that. They're just, most of them, they just don't care that much about the title. Of course, if there is some kind of official event or something like that, they want you to call that, but most of the time you can just call him Mr. Smith. But there was this one guy, and he actually always called them. He always just sat in front of them, and he was like, could you please help me, Mr. Professor Dr. Smith? And that's a total overkill. You can't do that. You can't call someone a Mr. Professor or a Mr. Doctor. The doctor just replaces the Mr. and the professor replaces the Mr. So using Mr. Professor Doctor is just a complete overkill. And all my professors actually hated it when he did that, because it's just, it feels like he wants to crawl up their ass. So yeah, that was the third guy I had to do the project with. And the girl, she was from Russia, I think, or White Russia? Yeah, I think she was from White Russia. And that was the total bitch. She had absolutely no idea about computer sciences or programming or manners or whatever you might call it. So she was just horrible, a horrible person, and she was always mean to me. I don't know why. And, you know, this project just didn't work well. They were the fat bastard and the Russian bitch. They just wanted to do a, I don't know. I think they wanted to do a cooking book or something like that. And they just told him, okay, you can probably code that, but this is IBM. We are talking about a multinational company. This is not, I don't know. This is not your Emma store at the corner or something like that. This is a multi-billion-dollar company, so you can't just come up with a cooking book. No, that's stupid. So I came up with an idea. I had to think about that a lot, and I came up with that idea. And you know, the whole time we did this project was horrible because it was my idea. They just started to hate on me. They was like, no, we won't do that, and we won't do it like this, and your idea is stupid, and if we fail, it's your mistake. And yeah, it was just a bad time working with them, and I just started to hate teamwork. And no. But you know what? We actually won the freaking contest, so yes. When the contest ended, I just stood in front of them and I was like, you know, I told you so. And I walked away, because you know what? There was another team and they came up with the idea of doing a cooking book, and they finished last in the contest. So suck it up, bitches. Yeah, that was, I know, that was not called for, but I just hated that guy. And from that moment on, I just hated teamwork. I never did anything in a team again unless it was required, but even then I tried to get out of it. I just don't like teamwork. I'm a solo player, I have no idea. And that's the way I play Call of Duty, basically. I'm a solo player. I'm the lone gunman. I don't like teamwork. Teamwork is basically my least favorite thing to do. Relying on other people, no, never again. So yeah, that was all I wanted to talk about for this week's episode of Storytime. I hope you enjoyed it, and I was a little bit confused in the middle, I think. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, leave a comment in the comment section below, rate the video, share it with your parents, I have no idea, your girlfriend or your teachers, and share it with your teammates. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. So that was it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm iLostLink, signing out.